zápasu. Let me welcome games referee. Zápas budou řídit Andreas Sakas a Ian Holland. This game will be conducted by Andreas Sakas and Ian Holland. Dámy a pánové, vítejme oba týmy dnešní utkání, tým Portugalska a tým Indie. Please welcome Team Portugal and India.
And good morning. We welcome you to semi-final Friday in Pardubice in the Czech Republic, these ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships. 4 semi-final games to bring you today, 2 in the men's, 2 in the women's. But before we get to those 4 semi-final games, we've got 2 other games to bring you. These are between the teams that lost out in the quarterfinals yesterday, and this will be for final placings 5th through 8th. And this will have significance in how the teams are seeded in the A pool 2 years from now in Slovakia, when the World Championships are next held. Tough one for the teams, though, let's be honest. It's 8:30 in the morning here in Pardubice. Both these teams lost tough games yesterday, in particular late last night. It was a quick turnaround. Team India played the Czech Republic, almost defeated the heavily favored Czechs in front of a loud, hostile crowd here at Tipsport. The game was scoreless going into the final 4.5 minutes. India scored late and looked like they had a chance to pull off the upset, and then the Czech Republic came back and scored 2 goals in the span of 9 seconds after not having scored through the first 40 minutes. And then they added an empty net goal, and the Czechs are off to the semis. India has to get up bright and early just a few hours later. Probably had to get up about 10 hours after that game finished last night, if not a little bit before, and back on the floor this morning to take on Portugal. Portugal lost to Slovakia in their quarterfinal last night, offside at the blue line. That's Team India. And you see India with the blue and orange trim, white and orange trim. Portugal with the green. Harry Kamara tried to tip it in. It's knocked out. India has it. Dillon working against Kamara. Kamara got himself involved in a fight in that game yesterday against Slovakia. Shot cleared away. Was ejected. Wasn't at all happy. He was not in a good mood throughout most of that game. Back on the floor this morning. Justin Cruz, who was the goalkeeper for Portugal in the game against Slovakia, back in the goal again this morning. Quick turnaround for him. For India, they've changed goalkeepers. Keeper Mangat will start in goal. Deep Tor was brilliant last night against the Czech Republic. I say kept the Czechs off the board until late in the third when the Czechs were able to break through with those two quick ones. Tor faced 34 shots through the first two periods of that game last night. Didn't give up a goal during that span. So they're back on the floor early this morning on another warm, sunny day. It's going to be hot today in Pardubice, up in the high 20s again. Beautiful sunny skies. We've had basically one day where we had some rain and some thunder showers, and another little sprinkle another day, but for the most part through 9 days of these championships, the weather has been fantastic. Portugal with a shot, and they score early. Jeff Gallant finds the 5-hole on Tabor Mangat, and Portugal take a 1-0 lead. Gallant just over the blue line, a little snapshot, and Mangat fooled by it. Minute 51 into the first period, Portugal take a 1-0 lead. Jeff Gallant.
Čas 1:51 do Portugalska, hráč s číslem 10, Jeff Gallant, asistoval hráč s číslem 24, hráč s číslem 9,
Portugal back in their own end. Justin Cabral, he'll get the return pass up at center. Tried to hit Ricardo Perez, who was breaking in over the blue line. Matthew David followed up on it, knocked off his stick. Sandu around the far side. Too far for Kalan. On it is Dosanjh. Dosanjh trying to cut in front, taken away from him by David. Sandu, long shot, save made by Cruz. He'll hold on to it. .249 gone, first period. Arago plays it into the corner. He'll get it back behind the goal. Arago for Portugal. To Senra. Our next game, scheduled for 11 o'clock this morning, will be the United States against Switzerland. United States upset in our opening quarterfinal game yesterday by Greece. Greece will play Canada later today in the semifinals. The other semifinal will be, well, one that should be a dandy here at Tipsport. Czech Republic versus Slovakia. Penalty here to India. J.C. Gill will get the gate. Cross-checking. Portugal slow to make this player change. Referee telling them to, let's hustle it up a little bit, guys. We've got a long day ahead of us here. 6 games to be played here at Tipsport. A few other placement games being played next door at the small hall as they try and work out all the places, right from 1 to 18 for the men and 1 to 6 for the women. But the real meaningful semifinal games will be played here, and we'll have them for you on our live stream. And it will get more and more exciting as we go along. As I say, this game is to help determine places 5 through 8. These are the teams that lost out in yesterday's quarterfinals. Jason Gill down in the corner for India. Going to try and kill a little bit of time as they are short-handed. Under a minute to go now in the penalty to India. They'll get it right back at their own blue line. Play it up ahead to Jason Gill again. He's got a chance short-handed here. Turns, shoots, scores! Short-handed goal, Jason Gill. Cruz got the stick on it, and then it bounced over the stick and went into the goal. So both goaltenders giving up ones I'm sure they would like to have another crack at. Everybody just backed off Jason Gill as he came off the boards. He's allowed to take the big slap shot. Closing hand on the ball against India.
Time for 48. Goal for India, scored by player number 16, Jason Gill. Assisted by player number 4, Hokejbal Sandu. Match score is 1-1.
Glan doesn't get it out. Kept in by Carrera. This is Carrera to Sequeira. And throw it out in front. Picked off by India. Kept in at the blue line by Carrera. Sequeira. Gallant across. Beautiful save there by Mangat. As it looked like Portugal had their second goal, but Mangat comes up with an amazing save. Penalty to India has expired. We're back to full strength for both teams. Cabral. Ball dumped down into the corner. Justin Cabral working against Sean Calcat. Calcat behind the boards, or behind the net. Behind the boards would be an interesting spot to go. Chris Creador lost it as he got into the face-off circle, trying to get a shot away, and then lost the handle on the ball. Backhands it towards the net. Save was made by Mangat and cleared down the floor. Over on the right side, Quiroga. He'll drop it back. Creador, long pass across the floor, was picked off. In comes India. J.K. Gill, shot, save made by Cruz. Macbeth will take it, send it down the floor, knocked down there by Jason Gill. Back comes India in over the blue line. Try and feed it in front. Creador picked that off and will go the other way. Then they'll turn it over. Series of errors by both teams here in the last couple of minutes. Errant passes. J.K. Gill back at the point. Jason Gill again towards the goal. Save made by Cruz. He'll cover it up. 7:20 gone first period. 1-1 tie, Portugal and India. We'll start the semifinals. 1:30 this afternoon. We'll begin with a women's game. Canada versus USA. Roca. Over to Ryan Leal. Again, Portugal down in their own end, behind the goal. Went past Roca. Squirts loose. Portugal has it. He was going to try and flip it ahead for Marco Gonçalves, but Portugal were just in the midst of a line change, so couldn't go get it, and that'll be a flooring call against Portugal. That was blocked. Kalan. Sahib Gill. One of 4 Gills playing for India. JC, JK, Jason, and Sahib. Sandhu scores. Makes it 2-1 India. Jagpal Sandhu for India. Just took the ball in that right face-off circle and snapped it past Justin Cruz. Able to pick it up there in close and low, stick side, tough spot for the goalkeeper. Well placed shot.
Čas 8:12, gól týmu Indie, střel hráč s číslem 4, Jagpal Sandhu, asistoval hráč s číslem 21, Basim, utkání 1-2. Time 8:12, goal for Team India, scored by player number 4, Jagpal Sandhu, assisted by player number 21, Team Basim. Match score is 1-2.
Gill, pass picked off at the blue line. Ryan Leal weaving his way through center, in over the blue line, but offside on the left side was Justin Cabral. Played out by Portugal. Just for fun, I'm curious if anybody is watching in Canada right now, where at the latest it is just after 4:30 in the morning in Newfoundland on the East Coast. It is still yesterday in British Columbia, heading towards midnight. If anybody's watching from back in Canada, let me know on Twitter. I'm at @GScottSports. Face off right at center. Almost 10 minutes gone in the first period. Sonny Barr unable to get it in. Portugal bring it out. Senra. He's got Macbeth with him. Senra tried to shoot it to the far side, missed the post. Ball goes over to the boards. India come away. Kubar Dillon, ball comes back to the blue line. Jason Gill in behind the goal. Dosanjh threw it through the crease, came out the other side, and Senra again for Portugal. Down to Pontes. Joe Pontes. Camera working against Dosanjh, throws it to the front of the goal. It's tipped just wide. Pontes has it again, turns, shoots again, missed the target. Jason Gill with it. Emrit Purewall unable to clear it, kept in. Brian Creador over on the far side. Camera with a shot that was stopped by Mangat. Camera back at the point. Matthew Leal down along the boards. Creador. Chris Creador turns, shoots. Again wide, it may have gone off his stick. Matthew Leal. Back to Ryan Leal. Kept in. Creador. Shot, scores! 2-2. Chris Creador, after a fair bit of pressure by Portugal down low, just again a snapshot, and Mangat waved at it.
Čas 11:49, gól Portugalska, střelil hráč s číslem 88, Chris Creador, asistoval hráč s číslem 86, Matthew Leal z Afrikány.
India through the crease, comes out the other side.
Goal for Team Portugal, scored by player number 88, Chris Creador, assisted by player number 86, Matthew Leal. His score is 2-2.
Ryan Leal behind his goal. Under 3 minutes to go now in the first period. Looking for Gallant. Down into the corner goes Sandhu for India. Jagpal Sandhu. Got India's second goal. A little give and go at center. Through the boards. Just chips it in offside at the Portuguese blue line. Play at the Portuguese blue line. Dillon will track it down on the far side. Cutting into the middle, backhand towards the goal. Gill looking for it. Try and get it back to Dillon. That's picked off by Portugal. Turned over at center. Gill will bring it back in. Or Dillon, rather, for India. Dosanjh. Down into the corner. Dillon's got it. Over to the boards. Taken away there by Roca. Pontes. Under a minute to go, first period, 2-2 tie, Portugal and India. A placement game will help determine 5th through 8th. It'll be these two teams along with Greece and the United States will occupy those 4 spots. Gallant went to the backhand, had Mangat beat, lost control of the ball. He got the opening goal of the game this morning. And there's another goal for Portugal, Camara. And it is 3-2 with 28 seconds to go in the first period. Face-off will be in Portugal's end of the floor.
Goal for Team Portugal, scored by player number 16, Eric Camara, assisted by player number 6, Matthew Lee, and score is 3-2.
There's the buzzer. First period comes to an end. 3-2, Portugal leading it after one period of play. We'll be back with the second period in just a few minutes. And a reminder that we've got the semifinals. This is going to pick up considerably starting at 1:30. Semifinal for the women, Canada versus the United States. That'll be the first of 4 semifinals we'll have for you. Be back with the second period of this game in just a few minutes. Come back and join us then, won't you?
Generálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Česká podnikatelská pojišťovna a Finex Technology. Hlavní partneři mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Czech, KYB Manufacturing, PlayStation, služby města Pardubice, Battery Shop, T6 Power, Quiz, Marvel, AML Holding, Radegas, stavební firma Jičmínek, Czech Insurance Agency, Nissan Auto In. Partnery Českomoravského svazu hokejbalu jsou Saber, Stříbro Sport, Merč 53, Fischer Hockey, Stillman, Hejduk Sport, CCM a Vidber. Hlavními mediálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Česká televize a Český rozhlas radiožurnál. Partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou AAA Auto, Štojbly, léčebné lázně Bohdaneč, Ketorie, vodovody a kanalizace Pardubice, Explozia, Charlotte TNT Trade, Auto, Energie AG Bohemia, Marknet, Calypso, ČPP Service, Správa a údržba silnic Pardubického kraje, Napatrax, Comia, EM Stav, Hastex a Haspra, Elektroservis Modr, Finet Pardubice, Tekán, Madovský T, SAM Litomyšlí, Bauset.cz a Top Centrum. Dodavateli mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Rozvojový fond Pardubice, AB Kont, Edera, Konekta, Flamy, Odrážovka, Bitfood, České dráhy, Rosengard, Patapuf, Red Tide, Bonte Catering, Chargebox, Wallfloor, Tiburon, Kohinor, Berserk, Finlandia a Frenzel. Regionálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Aquacentrum Pardubice, Atrium Palác Pardubice, Deep Vision, destinační společnost Východní Čechy, Kulturní centrum Pardubice, Dopravní podnik Pardubice, McDonald's, Dostihový spolek Pardubice, HC Dynamo Pardubice, Letiště Pardubice, Golf Resort Kunická hora a regionální rozvojová agentura Pardubického kraje.
Den Pardubického kraje už klepe na dveře. V pátek 9. června od 10 do 21 hodin se můžete na Pernštejnském a Komenského náměstí v Pardubicích těšit na bohatý program. Prohlídky úřadu, dobročinný jarmark, ukázka práce záchranných složek, regionální potraviny a řemeslníci. A ve 20 hodin na Pernštejnském náměstí koncert Heleny Vondráčkové. Den Pardubického kraje v pátek 9. června. www.pardubickýkraj.cz.
Tak, to je Evža, masér národního týmu. A Evžo, já mám na tebe jednu velikánskou prosbičku. Já bych se dnes chtěl stát masérem, ale chtěl bych namasírovat přímo kapitána týmu, Pavla Tubeše. Je to možné?
Já myslím, že se to dá všechno zařídit a pro tebe udělám všechno.
Ale musí to všechno proběhnout v tajnosti. Jdeš do toho s námi.
Určitě.
We are underway here in the second period with Portugal leading India by a score of 3-2. Early morning game here in Pardubice. Gill in over the blue line towards the goal. Stopped by Cruz. Cruz covers it up as it comes out in front. Just 32 seconds in. Around behind the goal, Ryan Leal for Portugal. He'll stop up back there. And he'll stay back there for a little while at least. Nowhere to go. Flips it out, knocked down at center, and kept in. Good hustle by J.C. Gill. Into the middle. Kelly to Gill, and a save made by Cruz. India looking again for the equalizer. Come close. Let's face it, folks, this game is not being played at full speed. At center, ball bouncing around on it first. India shot in on goal from Team Bassi. Cruz forced to hold on to it. Again, right into Cruz. He'll hold on to it there. Down the floor, racing back to pick it up. Portugal, they're on it. Jeff Gallant up against the boards. Down below us, Matthew David along the boards. He'll get it back. David. And Gallant back to David. He likes to come back to the point, gives it back to David. Into the middle, flip it on. Tried to make that play for Matthew David. That was read by Sandhu. Sandhu, slap shot. Cruz got a stick on it. Kept in by Jason Gill. Into the middle. Shot good. Save by Cruz that time. Bassey got away a good shot. That's Tony Brar. That one's wide. India able to keep it inside the zone, get it down a little bit lower. Perez back there. He'll ring it around the boards for Portugal. Kept in here on the near side by Dosanjh for India. Down to Jason Gill. He'll cycle it back down low for Dosanjh. Tried to play it in behind the goal. That's picked off. Portugal changing. Macbeth to an open wing, but racing onto it is Camara. Eric Camara comes up with it. High slot. Chance that time for Sequeira. Couldn't handle the ball. Up ahead. That was beyond the reach. The Indian players are saying he touched it. Play will continue. Right at the blue line. Indian player fell down. Play continues at center. J.C. Gill. And behind the goal. Over to Kiergo. India with a chance right in front. Gill with a shot. Save made by Cruz. And he'll hold on to it. J.C. Gill. The chance to get the equalizer for India right there. .455 gone in the second period. Portugal continues to lead 3-2. Up next, United States will take on Switzerland. 11 o'clock local time. Shot from the slot, a good one by Gill. Just missed the goal, hit the dasher in behind the net and up and out of play. Lots of space there in the high slot and did get away a good one. Tried to go top corner, just missed. Portugal shot wide off the boards, comes out the near side. India with it. Smeeter Kelly. Kala. Over to Harp Calcat. Tried to clear it in, went out of play. Get another whistle here in the second. Bossy. Cruz just got a piece of that shot from Sonny Brar back at the blue line, enough to deflect it wide. And at center, Jason Gill shot. Ball stays in play. Taken by India. Ryan Leal had it taken away back at the point. Brar again, shot saved by Cruz. They score. India ties it up. Gilbert Dillon. 3-3. 6:10 gone, second period. J.K. Gill for India. Cross for it. Sahib Gill. Down to Dosanjh. Sonny Brar back to Dosanjh. That hit the outside of the goal. Hit the glass, stayed in play. Down in the far corner. Sahib Gill cycles it down low for J.K. Gill. Back to Brar. Shot. Save made by Cruz. Ball is loose. And Portugal come up with it. Camara trying to get around the outside. He's got great speed. Cleared away by Sahib Gill, but it's going to be a penalty coming up to India, slashing. See Cruz with a little peek over the left shoulder. Ball stayed out. Here's Camara. A good run on the left side and lift the stick of the player. Slashing. Portuguese power play goes to work. Perez. Carrera misfired on the pass, but they'll keep it in. Perez. Up high. No shot coming in. Back to Perez. Sequeira with a shot blocked. India will clear the zone, send it down the floor, and went out of play down the far corner. Face-off will come back into Team India's end of the floor. 3-3 tie. Justin Cruz. Chris Sequeira. Again cleared by India. Minute 12 to go in the power play. Sequeira had to get it in ahead to Gonçalves. Pass a little bit too far for him, and once again, India able to get it down the floor. Criador in on goal. Save made and cleared, but not out by Mangat. Cleared it away from in front of his goal, but didn't get it out. Tony Brar got it down deep. Sandhu. Brar short-handed. Fan Nunnet kept in by India. Mahil across. Sandhu shot. That was blocked in front. So a couple of chances short-handed for Team India. Penalties just about over. Now the players back out on the floor. A couple of whacks at it by Portugal. Their best chance to score comes just as the penalty expires. We're back to even strength against Eric Kamara. Shot comes off the end boards. Calcat, Sean Calcat got it up ahead. Jason Gill. Good pass for J.C. Gill, or J.K. Gill rather it is, number 11. Creador. On the far side, Matthew David. Back to Creador. Shot just grazed the outside of the goal. Down the floor by India. Flooring call will come back down. We get a face off to the left of Tabor Mangat in goal for India. Sorry, 10 minutes gone exactly here in the second period. This is the 40th game we've brought you here on our live stream over the last 9 days. 9 more to go after this one. 5 today, 4 tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the medal games. Bronze and gold, men's and women's. Cleared by India down to Portuguese blue line. Portugal with it. Down and around behind the goal. Smeeter Kala. Portugal moving it slowly. At center, down the floor, by everybody. Face off, will come back into Portugal's end of the floor. Penalty to India. Very definitive with that call, the referee over on the far side. He and Teen Bossy exchange a few words as Bossy heads to the penalty box. Power play for Portugal. We are tied at 3. Portugal having trouble getting out. Now they do. Camaro just onside of the blue line. Camaro breaking in. Save made by Mangat. Over in the corner. Team India's net is off by 5 or 6 inches back there. It'd be interesting if they score. Macbeth, there's a power play here for Portugal. Referee goes over behind the goalkeeper, replaces the net. It's still not quite straight. Now they've got it. Macbeth to Gallant. Back at the blue line. Long shot. It's whistled wide. Comes outside. Gill trying to get away. Creedor does good work to protect the ball. To Macbeth in over the blue line. They gain the attacking zone. Bad pass though, taken away by J.K. Gill. Gill to the Portuguese blue line.
Offside.
And offside. Team India player, that was Tony Barr, was racing down the left side, got in ahead of the ball. See a short-handed opportunity right there for J.K. Gill. Tips it wide of the goal. Minute 26 left to go, second period. 3-3 is our score. Penalty to India has expired. Back to even strength. Harp Calcat. Tony Brar. Sandhu in front of the goal. Cruz made the save. Ball still loose. Now cleared to the boards. Danny Roca over to pick it up for Portugal. Ryan Leal. His long pass off the boards was taken by Manu Mahil for India. Ball will go over to the other side. Jagpal Sandhu. Under a minute to go now in the second. Harp Calcat. Snapshot save made by Cruz. Cruz will cover up. We got a whistle with 24 seconds to go in the second. Up next at 11, USA versus Switzerland. Another placement game. And for just joining us, both the United States and Switzerland lost their quarterfinals yesterday. The US upset by the Greeks. Greece moving on to the semis. Canada defeated Switzerland last night. High in the air, down into the Team India end. Just 10 seconds to go in the period. Emrit Purol. That'll do it. Second period's over. 3-3 tie. Portugal and India. Just hoping we don't go to a shootout in this one. Hopefully somebody will score in the third period. We'll end this one in regulation. Both teams playing like they would like to get this one over with, to be honest. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the third period. These are the ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships from Pardubice in the Czech Republic. Coming up a little later, the semifinals. It'll get serious then. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Technology. Hlavní partneři mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou Czech, KYB Manufacturing, PlayStation, služby města Pardubice, Battery Shop, T6 Power, Quiz, Marvel, AML Holding, Radegas, stavební firma Jičnínek, Czech Insurance Agency, Nissan Auto In. Partnery Českomoravského svazu hokejbalu jsou Saber, Střída Sport, Merch 53, Fischer Hockey, Stillman, Hejduk Sport, CCM a Vidware. Hlavními mediálními partnery mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou Česká televize a Český rozhlas radiožurnál. Partnery mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou AAA Auto, Štojbly, léčebné lázně Bohdaneč, Keto Dieta, vodovodek a kanalizace Pardubice, Explozia, Charlotte TNT Trade, Alukov, Energie AG Bohemia, Marknet, Calypso, ČPP Service, Správa a údržba silnic Pardubického kraje, Napatax, Comia, EM Stav, Astex a Haspra, Elektroservice Odr, Finet Pardubice, Tekam, Mados MT, SAM Lipoviště, Bauxet.cz a Kopcentrum. Dodavateli mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou Rozvojový fond Pardubice, AB Kop, Edera, Konektel, Flamey, Odrážovka, Bitfood, České dráhy, Rosengard, Patapov, Red Tide, Bonte Catering, Chargebox, Holflow, Tiburon, Kohinor, Berser, Finlandia a Frenzel. Regionálními partnery mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou Aquacentrum Pardubice, Atrium Palác Pardubice, Deep Vision, Destinační společnost Východní Čechy, Kulturní centrum Pardubice, Dopravní podnik Pardubice, McDonald's, Dostihový spolek Pardubice, HC Dynamo Pardubice, Letiště Pardubice, Golf Resort Lutická hora a regionální rozvojová agentura Pardubického kraje.
Shots on goal after 2 periods of play. Portugal out shooting India. No, it's right the first time. It's India out shooting Portugal 20-16. We're tied at 3. Just get back in time for the start of the period. Next game, 11 o'clock this morning, United States versus Switzerland. And then we'll get into the semifinals. Canada, USA women, followed by Canada, Greece in the men, 4 p.m. local time. 6:30 this evening, we go back to the women's competition and what should be an outstanding game, Czech Republic versus Slovakia. And then at 9:15 tonight, the big matchup, men again, Czech Republic and Slovakia. Those two nations will meet, semifinal action, both the men's and women's competition. Here we've got a 3-3 tie in this placement game between India and Portugal. Not a whole lot to choose between these two teams so far in this game. Evenly played, score is even. Creedor back at the point. No shot. He'll roll into Gabriel Mangat. He'll hold on to it. And goal for India. Actually, we've got a change in goal. Deep Tor has taken over here in the third period. Played that game last night against the Czech Republic, was outstanding. So he is replaced Gabriel Mangat here to start the third period. Out at the blue line, kept in. Behind the goal. Portugal pressing a little bit here early in the third period. Comes out in front and Deep Tor with a big save. No, it's a goal. A little delayed reaction from the Portuguese players, but they've scored. Cabral across, beautiful pass. 86, not 26. Matthew Leal with that great pass in front. They tip it behind. Deep Tor. Jeff Gallant, his second of the game for Portugal. Gill trying to get in over the blue line. So Portugal with a 1-0 lead. Shot comes in off the boards, picked up behind the goal by India. Emmerich Purewall trying to move it off the wall, taken back by Portugal. This is Justin Cabral, 26. Pass a little bit too far for Perez. Perez holding it against the wall, back at the blue line. Cabral knocked off his stick. India knocked it away, knocked off the stick of Gill as he tried to break for goal. Pontes to Perez. In over the blue line, shot over the top of the goal. Sean Calcat. Smeeder Kayla. Tony Brar busting in there for India. It knocked off his stick. Brar over there again trying to knock it loose. Goes in behind the goal. Brar still running hard. Back behind the goal, picked up by Sonny Brar. Tony Brar. Smita Kayla. Cleared away by Cruz. Comes back into Cruz. He'll hold on to it. Chance for Smita Kayla. Jason Gill, shot, save, rebound. Cleared away by Portugal. Dustin Macbeth. Macbeth with a nice move, but then lost the ball. Comes back to Creador. Sequeira. Creador. Creador having a good think about it. Flips it up for Nicholas Senra. Senra down in the corner. Gill is on him. Senra kicks it loose. Tracks it down. It's cleared here to the near boards. Kept in. Kamara, he's still running hard as well. Sequeira. Shot stopped at the blue line. Macbeth has it. Kamara stopped along the boards. Drop back. To the front of the goal and put wide. Dillon looking for it for India. Dillon against Creador. Dosanjh off the boards, knocked away from Dillon. Matthew David has it. Ryan Leal. Down from Matthew David. Into the slot, shot from Gallant, who's already got a couple of goals in this game. Taken by Portugal. Matthew Leal up ahead at the blue line. Good pass from Matthew David. Stopped by Calcat. Shot comes in. Calcat's got it. Sean Calcat moves it out to center. He got it to Dosanjh. Dosanjh trying to cut into the middle. Knocked off his stick. Back to Ryan Leal. 4-3. Portugal leading. Leal off the boards. Matthew David over to the far side. Back in behind the goal, Ryan Leal. Creador. Back to Leal. Clock continues to run as we wind down. 6.5 gone here in the third period. Pontes, drop pass. Gallant. Matthew David trying to get away from Sean Calcat. Calcat staying with him. David. Still trying to work in off the boards. Pontes with a shot. Off the back glass. Came out in front. Play continues. India's away. Harp Calcat. Smita Kayla. That shot stays in play. Pontes reverses it up along the boards. Carrera for Portugal behind his goal. Carrera up the middle finds Cabral. Cabral flip pass through the middle, knocked down by Gill. That'll be a hand pass, and we'll get a first whistle in over 5 minutes of play. 7:28. It's 2 ticks short of the halfway point here in the third period. Goal by Jeff Gallant, his second of the game here in the third, has broken a 3-3 tie, and Portugal lead it by a score of 4-3. Tipped in by Perez. Goes in there with Jason Gill. Gill comes away with the ball. Takes it back into the corner, flips it up through center. Knocked down there by Portugal. Justin Cabral. Nice move, cuts inside of Gill. Cabral with a chance, gets a shot. Getting back there, his team, Bossy, broke his stick as he deflected that shot wide. Bossy still without a stick out there for India. And India get control of it. He'll head to the bench, replaced by Dosanjh. Here's the pass for Shaden Dosanjh. His shot up and out of play. Face-off will come outside the blue line. Cabral, a nice little inside move. Getting back, Bossy to break it up. Bossy's stick snaps. Face off just outside Portugal's blue line. Ball goes up into the Portuguese bench. Face off will stay right there. Save made by Cruz. Had a quick look over his left shoulder. Ball came out in front and Portugal clear it and get control. Quiroga. Senra back to Quiroga. Matthew Leal up at the blue line. Over center, Tony Brar back in his own end, turns, heads up the floor for India. Brar, chance to shoot it, does. Cruz makes the save, we'll get a whistle. 9:09 gone here in the third. Cruz with the save off the shot of Tony Brar. Portugal control it from the face-off. Criador down in the corner. Criador plays it up to the blue line. Kept in. India couldn't touch it though. Would have been a hand pass, so Criador will pick it up. Back behind his goal, Pontes. Back to Criador. Criador mishandled it. India stole it, get it out in front. Shot, big save by Cruz. J.C. Gill with the chance right in front on the Portuguese turnover. Matthew David trying to get away at center. Stopped there by Yaz Killan. Killan. Boards. David's on him. Comes out in front, tipped away by Cruz. Ball still loose in there. Cleared to the boards. Harp Calcat. Smeeter Kayla behind the goal. Out in front, Killan. The ball hop over his stick. Maintains possession. Brar, Sonny Brar, down in behind the goal. Smeeter Kayla. Criador. Criador took it from Kayla. Criador getting away at center. Cuts to the middle. Jeff Gallant's onside. Gallant to the middle with a pier over the top of the goal. Following up on it was Senra. His shot went wide. Jason Gill. A shot from J.K. Gill. Stopped by Cruz. India come close to tying it there. Senra couldn't handle the pass over on the far side. India's got it again. Long pass up ahead. Good play by Macbeth. Take it away from Dillon. Ryan Leal out at center. Senra for Macbeth. Macbeth's got some room. Dustin Macbeth. Backhand stopped by Deep Tor. India come up with it. Long pass down the floor. It'll go just wide of the goal. You got a whistle with 3 minutes, 34 seconds left to go in the third period. Here's Dustin Macbeth. To the backhand. Got away a good backhand, and Tor just got a piece of it. ISBHF President George Gortzos making a stroll through the broadcast area, fist bumping everybody. Get everybody wound up here on a Friday morning. George is definitely an energy guy. Always positive. Shot off a stick, up and out of play. Right now, fair to say we're just kind of pacing ourselves. We've got 4 big semifinals coming up before this day is over. We've got this one, then we've got USA Switzerland, and then we'll get to the really meaningful games, the semifinals. They start once again at 1:30 this afternoon. Cleared down the floor. There'll be a flooring call against Portugal. 2:58 left to go. Portugal. Hit it down low. Justin Cabral working there. Ball comes free, kicked free by India, and they've got it. India, 3 across. Kalan, shot save made by Cruz with the right pad. India looking for that tying goal. Cruz got a piece of it. Watches it go into the corner behind him. Kept in by India. Roca back in the corner for Portugal. Danny Roca. Tried to play it in around. They hit the referee. Break here for India. Sonny Brar trying to play it across. India keep it in. J.C. Gill shot. Again missed. Far side. Kept in by Sean Calcat. Harp Kalan out in front for Gill. Kaler diving for it. Keeps it onside. Now to just a minute and a half to go in the game. Matthew David. Inside outside. Knocked off his stick. India. They'll gain the blue line. That's onside. Smita Kaler knocked off his stick. India having to retreat all the way back in their own end. Gill misfired as he tried to whip it around behind the net. Portugal come up with it. Gallant to the near boards. Taken by Jason Gill. Harp Calcat to J.C. Gill. Comes back to Calcat. Tried to play it back to the point. Went off a Portuguese stick. Under a minute to go now in the game. India has the net empty as they try and get the tying goal here. Send this to a shootout. 30 seconds remaining in regulation. Gill back at the point. Sandu doesn't shoot. Dosanjh. That shot just went over the top of the goal. Harp Calcat got free. Gills got it behind the goal. Threw it out in front. Sequeira doesn't get it out. Still 9 seconds to go. Shot was blocked. India has it. Portuguese player is down. Play continues. Buzzer goes, and that's the game. Portugal defeats India by a score of 4-3. We'll step aside. We'll do another one of these placement games up next. United States versus Switzerland. Disappointing for the United States to find themselves in that position after getting upset by Greece in the quarterfinals yesterday. That game coming up in 1 hour, 6 minutes from now. We invite you to join us then. You're watching the 2017 ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships from Pardubice in the Czech Republic.
Ladies and gentlemen, we announce the best player of the game. Today's places are awarded by Tomáš Cizina. Nejlepší hráč India, best player for Team India is player number 60, Jason Gill. Nejlepší hráč z týmu Portugalska, best player from Team Portugal is player number 10, Czech. Dámy a pánové, nyní si vysvětlíme hymnu vítězného Portugalska. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise up for national anthem of Team Portugal. Dámy a pánové, děkujeme vám za návštěvu a těšíme se na vás při dalších utkáních turnaje. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support and we are looking forward to see you.